Watford 2-1 Crystal Palace report, Roberto Pereyra and Jose Holebas make it hat-trick of wins for Hornets. On the final whistle, it was just like 1983 again at Vicarage Road. Liverpool top of the table and Watford in second. Not even Hornets godfather Graham Taylor managed to win the first 3 games of the season in the top flight. But as Roberto Pereyra's exquisite finish and a Jose Holebas fluke maintained Watford's 100% start, nobody in yellow and black was complaining on the coldest day to watch a match in August since global warming was invented. Not coach Javi Gracia, so far confounding the bookies who made him preseason favorite for the sack race. Not mascot Harry the Hornet, who was on his best behavior and left nobbling Watford nemesis Wilf Zaha to Etienne Capoue this time. And not the vast majority in a 20,014 crowd, who roared their side home in the swirling wind and rain. Gracia said, "We have taken 3 important steps, but it's only 3. We know this is only the beginning." They have not cared much for Palace in this corner of Hertfordshire since former Eagles boss Ian Holloway rode into town and underlined, in black marker pen, the cast of on-loan players in Watford's team. Holloway's side deservedly toppled the Hornets at Wembley in the playoff final 3 months later, thanks to a penalty won by on-loan Zaha and converted by on-loan Kevin Phillips. And here, the turning point of a smoldering vendetta came as early as the 4th minute, when ref Anthony Taylor decided Capoue's gratuitous hack at Zaha warranted only a yellow card. Zaha, booked for diving at Vicarage Road on his previous 2 visits, looked ready to burst into tears when his challenge on Holebas 3 minutes later was deemed worthy of the same punishment. But Palace failed to make their early superiority count, former England keeper Ben Foster beating out Christian Bentke's header with an outstanding save and sprawling to deny James McArthur. Once the Hornets had a foothold in the game, they were the better side if you equate artistry with sheer endeavor. Pereyra had twice gone close before he broke through 8 minutes into the second half. Capoue, making the most of his red card reprieve, broke between the lines with a surging run and the Argentine playmaker cut inside to bend his 3rd goal of the season into the far corner. It was no surprise when Palace fell further behind with 20 minutes remaining. Fiery Greek left-back Holebas curled across towards the far post and was gratified to see it drift into the top corner. Zaha reduced the arrears from an unfavorable angle with 12 minutes left. And Palace should have snatched a point deep in added time when Joel Ward headed Luka Milivojevic's corner wide from 6 yards. But an equalizer would not have gone down well with Ross Jenkins, Luther Blissett and Taylor's class of 1983 in the time capsule. Watford's win sees them move second in the Premier League with 9 points, just behind Liverpool on goal difference. Palace stay mid-table in 11th. That's all from us here. Goodbye. All in all, Watford deserved the victory after a quality goal by Pereyra and a more fortunate one from Holebas. Palace came so close to the equalizer, though, and won't be too disheartened by this result. That Ward header was the last chance of the game as Watford win 2-1. The Hornets win their first 3 league games of the season for only the 4th time in their history, the first time in the Premier League. Full time, Watford 2-1 Crystal Palace so nearly for Palace. Ward finds himself completely unmarked in Watford's area and races towards Milivojevic's corner, but his header just misses the target. He holds his head in his hands. He knows that was the chance. That sub was some clever time-wasting by Watford and Palace look desperate now. It's not over yet though as Palace win the corner. Digne is summoned off the pitch. He hands the captain's armband to Ducour and is applauded off the pitch, understandably taking his time before Isaac's success finally gets on. What would have been a shot for Watford a few minutes ago ends up with Hughes and Digne combining to win Watford a corner. They take it short but give away a throw-in. Watford are playing the game out very astutely but the referee's assistants have announced 5 added minutes. Is there still time for Palace? Sorloth is next to head the ball wide after Milivojevic swings a ball into the box from Palace's right-hand side. A chance, but not clear enough at this stage of the game. Possession. Watford try to slow the game down a bit by messing around near Palace's corner flag. Foster punts a goal kick forward and Watford's defence deals with it comfortably. Townsend takes the free kick but Doucouré heads the ball out of the area and the pressure is relieved. Palace haven't looked like getting that second goal. Pereyra is booked now for giving away a foul close to Watford's left corner flag. Holebas receives a yellow card. Giving a foul away is Bent's last act of the game as he is replaced up front by Alexander Sorloth. Watford look flustered as Deeney remonstrates with the referee. They have a corner, though, and Holebas in swinging ball finds Cabasel who heads a looping effort just wide. That's a landmark goal for Zaha who becomes Palace's all-time highest Premier League goal scorer with 24 goals, one ahead of Chris Armstrong. It's a narrow angle but Zaha doesn't care as he slides the ball underneath Foster's legs and brings Palace back into the game. They couldn't get an equalizer, could they? Meyer is booked for a bad foul. Max Meyer picks up the ball from Zaha just on the corner of Watford's box, popping it straight back to the Ivorian winger who runs towards goal from the left goal line. That may not be the wisest approach for Watford as a Van Aanholt shot is blocked and Palace have put an extra man in midfield as they try to stage a late comeback. Watford are quite happy to let them have a go. And Schlepp is the man who's gone off as Max Meyer runs onto the pitch to replace him. Possession Palace are preparing changes of their own as Hodgson gives Meyer a pep talk on the touchline. Credit to Holebas for staying forward there. He was in just the right position to benefit when Daryl Janmaat spread the ball back out to him from the center of midfield after Watford's last attack broke down. Watford look to shut up shop straight away as Andre Gray is replaced by the Swedish midfielder Ken Sema. There may be no way back for Palace now. Holebas, whose delivery has been a menace all game, cuts in on his right foot and aims what looks to be a cross towards Deeney. He doesn't mean it, but it evades all the Palace defenders and drops into the corner of the goal. Chance for Palace. Bent manages to chest the ball down in the box after Saka loops it in for him. The Belgian target man turns and shoots but it's high and wide.